This is a project that goes back to 2002. And during that time, when we knew white wheat had a future in Oklahoma, we were trying to combine the best sources of sprouting tolerance, pre-harvest sprouting tolerance, which is a very important trait for white wheat for it to succeed in this state. And so we had parents that were available, one of which ended up being released as a variety of it by itself, being OK Rising. It's really no different than a Bentley or a Gallagher or any one of those in terms of its agronomic capability, but the kernels are very different in their appearance. And that kernel appearance causes any whole wheat or whole grain product to be made to look different, look lighter. And that allows the miller to incorporate more bran into that product. And the more bran we can incorporate into our food products, particularly those from wheat, the better off we are from a health standpoint. We have to go where it can be marketed and marketed best, and right now that's really in the central part of the state. So we had to find something that would fit the main body of the state. And this particular line was one that actually did better in, say, north central Oklahoma. If we were in Colorado, if we were in western Kansas, you would hear a lot more about white wheat. That is where most of the white wheat is produced in the Great Plains. We can't even come close to that. We should be coming close to that. And I think eventually that influence, that breeding influence, would make its way down here. But I think we could do a little bit better job where we breed wheat for Oklahoma, best fit for Oklahoma. And that's why we have always had this tendency and this emphasis on white wheat. It just didn't result in a released variety. But now we have something, I think, that we can really claim and really suggest and endorse for Oklahoma. We have a white colored wheat that, in this particular case, Stardust, it really does produce a bright white color if it's harvested at the correct time, that is. And then when you take that kernel and you grind it, or you mill it into a whole wheat flour, that flour is much whiter, much brighter, and to me that just conjures up the image of stardust in the sky, being white and bright. But that's where the name actually came from. Seed production will be ample. Assuming everything goes okay this spring, we actually have several hundred bushels in storage in case we don't have a good crop this spring. But right now it's looking very good, and I wouldn't think there's going to be any problem acquiring seed.